There is no such thing as a perfect marriage. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shaquina Lewis and I am back with another video. Welcome back to another week. So today we're gonna jump right into it. Is there a such thing as a perfect marriage? Am I in a perfect marriage? Are you in a perfect marriage? The answer is no. There is no such thing as a perfect marriage. I sometimes hear a lot of people, or I see a lot of couples, they compare their relationship to another relationship. Or I hear a lot of women say, I wish my husband was like your husband. Your husband is this, your husband is that. I wish my marriage was this, was that. If you're one of those who are saying that, I strongly encourage you to stop. There is no perfect marriage. You may be going through an obstacle or a struggle in your marriage, and that the other person is not going through, but they have something that they're going through that you're not going through. Does that make sense? I, in my marriage, may be dealing with a situation, and that person's relationship, they may be dealing with a situation. There's no perfect marriage. And don't let people fool you, because you never know what happens behind closed doors. A marriage relationship may seem happy, may seem this, may seem that in public, but behind closed doors, they are going through hell, okay? So never compare your marriage to another marriage, all right? So I love him, he loves me, he's my first, I'm hurt, he's my first, I'm his first. Why is my marriage not perfect? Why can't we get this down pat? Why is there always an issue in our marriage? Do those questions sound familiar? Yeah. All right. A reason why there is no such thing as a perfect marriage. You know why? Because we are two imperfect people that come together to make one. I love him. He loves me. I would do anything for my husband. I'll do anything for my wife. Why can't we get this right? Why are we not perfect? Why are we dealing with this situation? What is going on? Why can't we get it together? Are those some questions that you're asking yourself? Let me tell you why there's no such thing as a perfect marriage. You know why? Because it's a union between two imperfect people. Two people that are not perfect. Me and my husband, we come together. I'm not perfect. He's not perfect. We come together and make one. So if I'm not perfect, he's not perfect, why do you think coming together is going to make it perfect? In my opinion, it should make it worse, right? Why? I have my own personality. He has his own personality. I may see certain things a certain way. He may see it a different way. I have different opinions. I may see something like this. He sees it like this. There's no way that we're going to be perfect because we are not the same people. Even twins that are born on the same day, they share the same DNA. They come out of the same mother. They come from the same father. I guarantee you, if you put them to live somewhere together, they will have arguments. They will have disagreements because we are two different personalities. All right. We have different needs, different wants, different opinions. There's no way that we're going to be the same. Okay, especially in my situation. Let's talk about me, because you guys know if I talk about something, I know it. I've been through it. I've gone through it. You can't speak on something that you don't know, that you don't have. For example, my husband and I, we come from two different backgrounds. When I say different backgrounds, my husband was born in Haiti, grew up in Haiti. He came to the States in his 20s. Me, although I have Haitian background, both of my parents are Haitian, but I was born in the States, United States. So his upbringing was completely different from my upbringing. And for my Haitian people who are watching me, you guys completely understand. Someone who has been raised in Haiti and someone who has been raised in America are two different upbringings, two different things. There are some struggles that he's gone through, he's seen. I've never seen it. We all in third world countries. We don't have electricity 24 hours. A lot of the places in Haiti, they don't have toilets, but here in America, we have electricity 24 hours. We have access to certain things. So that alone, our upbringings were brought up different. So my husband may know how to deal with certain type of struggles and obstacles that I may not be able to, be able to go through because I was not brought up in certain situations that he was, if that makes sense. That's a difference right there. Another example, my husband, I am the oldest of 3, okay? I'm the first child. My husband is the baby. You know, he was the youngest of 4. So that's a difference right there. Usually the older child usually has more responsibilities. You know, they look up after their siblings. You know, they do more things around the house. They're the responsible one versus the baby of the family. They're the one, they're dependent on everyone else because everyone else is looking out for them because they're the baby. That's a difference right there that can cause obstacles within our marriage. And there's so many other, different things that may cause different struggles or obstacles in your marriage. Okay, marriage is a partnership between 2 people. I just believe that we should stop trying to be perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect. We should stop trying to strive to be perfect. And I think we should strive to build a strong foundation, not only on Christ, but on love, on trust, and on respect. Okay? Let's stop comparing ourselves to others. Let's stop trying to be this perfect couple, this goal couple, and just let's strive to show these different points within our marriage. Okay? So although there's no such thing as perfect marriage and there's no such thing as a perfect couple, there are some ways that we can strive to have a healthy marriage. Okay? There are some key ingredients for a healthy marriage. The first one, I'm sure we all have heard about this. Communication. Communication is very important. You must talk with your spouse. Your spouse must talk with you. If there is no dialogue between you and your husband, there is no way that relationship is going to work. There's some marriages, it's sad. They don't even see each other, let alone talk to each other. I know some people, and I know the reality, you gotta work, you got bills to pay, but I know some people who work all day long, or one works in the morning, one works at night, so they don't even see each other, so let alone talk to each other. That's not good for a healthy relationship. You must communicate your feelings to your spouse. You must tell your husband what you're feeling, what you're going through. Who else are you going to speak to, right? If you're not happy about something, you need to talk, because something so small can lead to something big because it's build up. You let it build up, and then boom, it explodes. I told you guys this in one of my old videos. That was an area that my husband and I struggled. When something would happen between the 2 of us, we would not talk about it. We would go days, not speak to each other, not do anything. You know what happens when you allow that void between you 2? Not only you allow someone else to fill that void, right? And you are getting further and further away from each other. Let us communicate with our spouse. Learn to speak up for yourself. If you don't like something, tell him or her. If something's bothering you, express it. It's okay. You should not be scared to talk to your husband. You should be able to speak freely to him no matter what. Okay? Always show respect for your spouse. Always show respect for their thoughts, for their opinions, for their needs, for the person that they are. Always show respect to your man. Again, I'm talking to my ladies. In the scriptures, it says, ladies, you must submit. And I'm not going to go too much in detail because I have a video on that already. But we must submit to our husband. We must respect him. Make sure, he's the man, he's the leader of the household. Not saying you do have a say. I'm not saying whatever he says, go. No, but show him respect, okay? In decision making and anything, show your husband respect. This is a big one, trust and integrity. I'm going to read to you what was written down. It says, trust is built through consistent honesty, fostering a secure and loving environment. If a marriage does not have trust in it, I don't see how that marriage is going to last. And if you're someone struggling with trust in your marriage, I think that you should pray very hard With prayer, I promise you, you'll get to the other side. Okay? Trust and integrity is very important. You must trust your spouse, and not just when it comes to infidelity. I'm talking about in general. Trust that your husband can make a sound decision. Trust, you should be able to, if you don't trust somebody that you're married to, that you're sleeping behind, their back every day, how are you gonna build with that person? Does that make sense? You should be able to trust this person with even your life. That's how serious it is. All right. Trust your husband to lead the home, the household, the children, the marriage. Okay. Commitment, a willingness to prioritize the relationship and work through challenges together is vital. All right. Remember, love should not be a feeling. Well, it's a feeling, but you should not base it on that. Love is a commitment. Even when you don't feel like loving this person, even when you don't feel like being with this person, you made a commitment, and that commitment stands through thick and thin, for better or for worse. All right. Your commitment to work towards this marriage, their commitment to choose your spouse day in and day out, not only in front of him, but behind him. That goes hand in hand with trust. You're not only committed to him when he can see, but even behind his back. Everywhere you go, you are committed in this marriage to make it work, no matter. Emotional support. This is something that I dealt with as well. Females are more emotional than men. Men could just brush things off and, go on to the next thing. But females, women, or I'm speaking for myself, we like to express it. We like to talk about it. We like to digest it. And I was the type of person, when I was going through something or I was feeling something, to my husband, it may have been not a big deal, men. But me, I would take it seriously. And when I would express it to my husband, I would get upset because he wasn't showing the same emotion towards it like me. Does that make sense? And I would take it as, oh, you don't care, or you don't care about my feelings, or this, that, and the third. And I had to express that to him. You gotta be, even though you don't take it serious, or even though you don't take it as a big deal, but you don't know if that person takes it as a big deal. You don't know if it's really bothering this person. You don't know, the effect that it has on this person. So to you, it might not be a big deal, but you must be able to show emotional support to your spouse. Okay, that's a big one. When you're emotionally drained, or when you're emotionally tired, or when you're emotionally out of it, it takes a big toll on you. And then for you not to have someone there, to have a shoulder to cry on, or someone to pick you up, when you're down, that's a big turnoff. Okay, and that can lead to divorce. Because if they're coming to you and you're not trying, they can go to someone else, and then they find emotional support in that person. Emotional support, they stop talking to you, and guess what? They start talking to this person more, feelings get involved, and then boom, infidelity starts. They don't see you the same. Anything can happen. You must be there for your spouse emotionally. Quality time. This is a big one. I love quality time. Oh my gosh. Especially in my Haitian culture, not everyone, a lot of our Haitian marriages, they don't understand what quality time is. A couple should at least spend one day out of the week, like to go on a date, to spend time with just you and your husband, without the kids, no work, no cell phones, because that is very important. My ladies, my men, you need to spend quality time with your spouse. That is where you grow. That is where you learn about each other. That is where you just enjoy your spouse. Guys, I understand we have to work. I understand we have children, but you make time for stuff that you love. You make time for stuff that you care about. You must maintain intimacy. And I'm not just talking about sex. Sex is not just intimacy, a connection. Do you guys talk? Some marriages, some couples, guys, they've been together for 10, 15 years. They don't talk to each other. They do not talk to each other. I just can't understand it. They have no type of relationship, no type of connection. As long as the husband goes to work, he pays the bills, the wife is in the house, she cooks, the kids are taken care of, they don't talk. There's no relationship. Everybody go to bed, but there's nothing. No. Guys, the kids are going to grow up and leave you. When the kids leave, what type of connection are you going to have with your spouse once the kids leave? You cannot give all your time to the kids, okay? You cannot, and I fall short of that as well. You cannot give all of your time to your kids. You cannot give all of your time to that job. Something happened, God forbid something happened, that job can let you go. But what happens when they let you go? Your husband is still going to be here. Your wife is still going to be here. Then what? Okay? Yes, you have to work, but don't spend all your life at that job. Where is the time for your husband? This is a big one. I advise you to go on a date at least once a week. You don't even have to leave your house. Just watching a movie together, that's quality time. Just laying in bed talking, quality time. Going to the park, quality time. You don't have to spend money to spend quality time. Guys, that is important. A relationship will not grow without quality time. One, conflict resolution. I made a video about that. Learn how to address disagreements healthy, not yelling at each other, not blaming you, but come together and make healthy decisions when it comes to disagreement, okay? Don't make everything an argument. Talk, communicate. In conclusion, there is no such thing as a perfect marriage. My marriage is far from perfect, okay? Has there been times where I wanted to give up? Yes. Is my husband perfect? No. Am I perfect? No. Does he have flaws? Yes. Do I have flaws? Yes. Okay? But with God as the center of our relationship and a daily commitment to work on your marriage, you will have a healthy marriage. And a healthy marriage does not mean a perfect marriage. Okay? You love your spouse. Work at it. You take time for something that you love. You nurture something that you love. Okay? So if you love your husband, nurture it. Take care of it. Water it. Feed it. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, although your relationship is not perfect, you will have a happy marriage. Because do happy and healthy marriages exist? Yes. Okay? All right, it's your girl, Shaquina Lewis. I'm out. Bye.